Hey everyone, Alex Angulo here, and welcome back to the Wide Right podcast. Wide Right, just like my love life. Well, we're not here to talk about my love life. We're here to talk about a couple of things today, and that is college football. And of course, we're still doing the lead up to college football, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm talking about here, we started off with Division 3, which, of course, as everyone knows, I took a long ass time with. So, the short of it is that there's a shit ton of divisions, and so Mount Union won 12-0 in the 2017 Stag Bowl. And so NCAA Division 2 is a lot more, well, a lot more down to earth, as I might say. So in Super Region, they're broken up by 4 Super Regions and the Independents, which means there are about 16, and I repeat, 16 teams. And, oh yeah, they're good. And I'm looking at Minnesota Crookston because, long story short, I actually found out about someone that I knew. He was going to Minnesota Crookston. I'm like, all right. So here we go. Let's talk about this. So in Super Region 1, you have the Great Midwest Atlantic Conference, the Mountain East Conference, and the 2017 Northeast 10 Conference. Well, the Northeast 10 Conference, I'm just reading it out. Oh well. Then you've got the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, and that's how Super Region 1 is. Super Region 2 is more, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to say it. You have the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, the Gulf South Conference, South Atlantic Conference, and the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. So I'm just trying to find out which one, like, Cal Poly is in, because that's what I remember. Super Region 3 has the Great American Conference, the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Conference, the Great Lakes Valley Conference, and the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association. Sorry about that hiccup. And, these are Pacific. Oops. So they're part of the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Then you have the Lone Star Conference, the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, and the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And then you have North Greenville and University of North Carolina at Pembroke as the independents. Alright, so Super Region 1, Westchester, so those are all the conferences. So you have, sorry, I'm just trying best not to mess up, but I'm already doing so. Yeah. So that's basically it. If I were to do, well, you know what? I was gonna just do the playoffs, but I can give you records as well. Like, for example, Ohio Dominican won the conference with a 7-0 record in conference, 7-3 overall. I'm just gonna do like the best and the worst. So you have Ohio Dominican going 7-0 in conference, 7-3 overall. Well, here's how I'm gonna do it: best, worst, and ranked, not in that order. So, yeah, you have Finley, number 22 Finley going 6-1, 10-3 overall. Malone going 1-6 in conference, even though Kentucky Wesleyan also 1-6, but I'm picking Malone because they have the worst record at 1-9. Then you have Shepherd, who's 14th. They go 10-0, 10-1 overall. And then Concord 1-9 in conference, 2-9 overall. Assumption went 8-1. St. Anselm went 1-8. Shippensburg 6-1. Shaney 0-7. But Seton Hill was the worst team in conference. So, see. the IU, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. You've got them, and then Seton Hill. Then you got Virginia State and Bowie State and Livingstone and Lincoln. West Alabama, West Florida, Delta State, and West Georgia, along with Shorter. Wingate, and then Mars Hill. Benedict, and Central State, and these are some of the best and the worst, along with the, well, you can find it on Wikipedia. That's where I'm reading it off of. You got Wichita Baptist and Oklahoma Baptist, Ashland, Ferris State, and Davenport, Indianapolis, not the Colts, and Lincoln, Fort Hays State, Northwest Missouri State, and Missouri Southern. I was going to say Mississippi Southern, and I'm just like, holy crap. Oh my gosh. Then you got Central Washington and Simon Fraser, British Columbia. Midwestern State, Texas A&M Commerce, and Texas Permian Basin. Then Minnesota Duluth, Minnesota Crookston, and then CSU Pueblo, and New Mexico Highland. So in the first round, Westchester beat Shippensburg, Findlay beat Shepherd, and Assumption beat California, Pennsylvania. Then Indiana defeated Westchester. Indiana, Pennsylvania beat Westchester. Assumption beat Findlay, and Indiana assumably won over Assumption. That's Super Region 1. Super Region 2, you've got Delta State beating Bowie State, meaning everyone gets free flights, except West Alabama beat Delta State. West Georgia defeated Virginia State. West Florida defeated Wingate. And West Florida defeated West Alabama. Ferris State beat... Sorry about that. I got a... forgot to turn that off. Ferris State beat Wichita Baptist. Harding beat Indianapolis. And Ashland beat Northwest Missouri State. Harding beat Ashland. And then Ferris State beat Fort Hays State. And then Harding defeated Ferris State. And then that's it. Texas A&M Commerce defeated Winona State. Minnesota State beat CSU Pueblo. Cal State Pueblo. Hope. Midwestern State beat Sioux Falls. Minnesota State defeated Midwestern State. Texas A&M Commerce defeated Central Washington. And then Texas A&M Commerce defeated Minnesota State. And then in the championship, you had West Florida defeating Indiana, Pennsylvania. I was going to say Indianapolis. And then Texas A&M Commerce defeating Harding. And then Texas A&M Commerce defeating West Florida 37-27 for the championship. And then there were 4 bowl games. The Corsicana Bowl, Central Oklahoma won. The Heart of Texas Bowl, the Champs Heart of Texas Bowl, Washburn won. Live United Bowl, Pittsburgh State, and then the Mineral Water Bowl, Central Missouri. And that is about it. So, yeah. Oh well. Alright, so some of my favorite college football stadiums. Ooh, I have a lot of favorites. So some college football stadiums that I like. Let's see here. Let me see if I can name like at least 3 off the top of my head. Let's see. Well, here are my things to getting the college football stadiums. We're talking scenery, location, and how much I like or hate the team that plays there. So, for example, I'm not going to pick, where Alabama plays because, Alabama, they're a scandal away from... Alabama's about a scandal away from, I'm going to say this. Alabama is the same as You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so all right, I'm just gonna count. I'm gonna count. Dare I say it? A lot, and I mean a lot of neutral sites. So I'm gonna go not conference by conference. I'm gonna go group of 5, college, group of 5, power 5, and yeah, group of 5, power 5, and then bowl games. Sorry about the constant. I had a big ass plate of nachos for dinner. Okay, so group of 5. Let me see. Maybe I could get one from each conference. So, for example, Southeastern Conference. I like Vanderbilt, to be honest, because I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna throw all my stuff out the window. So, Vanderbilt Stadium is a pretty good place to play. I would love to play there, but you know. Oh, all right. So that's from the South. That's from the Southeast Conference. All right. Okay. So currently, all right. So you got conferences. You got the Athletic, American Athletic, got ACC, Big 12, and yada yada yada. Okay. So all right. So I went South, the SEC. Then you got the Pac-12, which I'm going to say it now, Rose Bowl. Because A, I've been there, and B, it is a great venue. Even though I've seen the interior of the Coliseum, I prefer Rose Bowl to anything. So, yeah. Then the Big Ten Conference, I would actually shock a lot of people if I said Kansas. But that's it, because I do like Kansas. Kansas is a really, 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 really good. Oh no, Kansas is Big 12. What the fuck am I saying? Let's see. I would probably say Iowa. No. I don't know. I would say I don't really have a favorite from the. I don't really have a favorite from the Big Ten, but if I had to say, I would say Rutgers University. And then the Big 12 would be Kansas, and then the ACC, I would say the U, and I just threw up the U in my behind the scenes. Yeah, I knew it. I got it. I had it. I would probably pick the Carrier Dome, but yeah, I would think of it more as like conference. All right, now let's move on to the Sun Belt Conference. Now we're doing Power 5, not the Power 5, Group of 5. You got I would say Georgia State. I think, yeah, Georgia State, because it's Turner Field. Okay. Then you've got the Mountain West Conference, and I would have to say, yeah, Mountain West Conference. I would say Boise State. You know. Hey, wow. And then the MAC, which is the Mid American Conference. I would say Ball State, because a really, really cool stadium in Schumann Stadium, and B, from what I remember, it is where the joy of painting, you know, Bob Ross, anybody? Yeah, see, it says here on if you look on Wikipedia. It says, as part of the Indianapolis market, Muncie receives Indianapolis's network affiliates. East Central Indiana's PBS member station, WIPB, is located in Muncie, and it says, The Joy of Painting was filmed at WIPB. And also they have Interstate 69. I love it. Okay. And then Conference USA, I would say, wow, it's been a while, but I would probably have to say University of Texas at El Paso. I wonder why. You'll find that out in a little bit because well, you'll find out in a couple of weeks. And then the American Athletic Conference, I would say the Naval Academy. I would say the United States Naval Academy. Alright, and then let's talk about some let's talk about let's talk about the upcoming season in a little bit. But for now, let's talk about the bowl games. Alright. So, yeah, long story short, are my 5 favorite bowl game stadiums. You got the Rose Bowl, as it's obvious, okay? The name is right there. If you go to Pasadena, I guarantee you, if you go to Pasadena right now, you're going to see Rose Bowl painted right outside the window. Alright? And then the Orange Bowl, and then the famous Idaho Potato Bowl because it's Albertson Stadium. The Hawaii Bowl, which I'll be able to watch this year. And then the Hyundai Sun Bowl. What did I say? I said University of Texas El Paso. Yeah, it's going to be here for the next 2 years, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, then. Alright. But yeah, also, this year is going to be the 5th anniversary of one of the greatest game endings of all time. The Iron Bowl. Kick Bama Kick. Alright. Alright then. And now we got one last thing. One very, very last thing. And that is the Major League Baseball postseason schedule. Oh man. And I'm just gonna say this. It is a doozy. It starts. So obviously the Major League Baseball season ends September 30th. Then October 1st is set for any tiebreakers. And then the wildcard games are back to back. You have October 2nd for the National League wildcard game on ESPN. Then you got the AL wildcard game on TBS. Next year will be the 5th anniversary. I cannot believe I'm saying this. 5th anniversary of the 2014 American League wildcard game. I'm trying to remember who played in the 2015. Because I know it was Blue Jays, Orioles, and then Yankees, Twins, and what else? Yankees, Twins, and what else am I thinking? Who played in the 2015 wildcard game? I'm not really getting anything. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, screw it. I'll just there we go. Oh, there we go. The Yankees and Astros. Why do I forget that so much, Oh. Then you got the ALDS beginning October 5th, or you got the NLDS beginning October 4th. Game 1 for both games. And then Game 1 of the ALDS and Game 2 of the NLDS will be on October 5th. October 6th will be ALDS Game 2. Then Game 3 of the NLDS is on the 7th of October. All the dates are in October, thank God. Then the 8th will be Game 3 of the ALDS and Game 4 of the NLDS. And then October 9th, Game 4. October 10th, Game 5. October 9th, Game 4 of the ALDS. October 5th, October 10th, Game 5 of the NLDS. And then Game 5 of the ALDS, any if necessary, October 11th. Then you got the National League and American League Championship Series. So there's that. So Game 1 of the NLCS is on October 12th, next day. Game 1 of the ALCS, Game 2 of the NLCS, and then the 14th, Game 2 of the ALCS, and then Game 3 of the NLCS is on the 15th, and Game 4 of the NLCS is on October 16th, along with Game 3 of the ALCS. ALCS Game 4 is October 17th, and ALCS Game 5. And then Game 6 of the... And Game 5 of the ALCS is on the 18th. Game 6 of the NLCS is on the 19th. And then the 20th is Game 6. And then the 20th is Game 6 of the ALCS. And then Game 7 is 20th of October. Game 7 of the ALCS is the 21st. And then the World Series is just 23rd, 24th. Like Game 1 on the 23rd. Game 2 on the 24th. Game 3 on the 26th. Game 4 on the 27th. Game 5 on the 28th, Game 6 on the 30th, and then Game 7 on Halloween, all on Fox. So there is that. And I will not be covering it, but I only mention it because I actually like it. Okay. So that's about it for this podcast. I'm just going to say this. Hopefully the league doesn't use any new ball, because if they do, it's going to be a lot of controversy. Okay, and sorry if I sounded like I was out of it. I was just dealing with like some personal stuff behind the scenes. But hey, I'm doing better. I will see you all next time.